Now let's talk about the next topic. The elements displayed in the user interface (UI) of a mobile application are usually driven by actions. These actions are displayed to the end user in different ways: images, buttons, or standard action bars. An action group is a UI element used to group actions, which can be shown dynamically on the screen. By default, every layout includes an action group called application bar. In Work with Restaurants, we can see this application bar. Also, we see that the predefined search and advanced search actions are displayed as well as the insert action. In this case, we've also added a map button that will call an object to prompt the user to enter the maximum time he has available for lunch. After selecting this maximum time frame, the restaurants that commit to providing the service within that time frame will be displayed on a map. Since these two buttons, Insert and Call a Map, don't fit in the application bar, they are displayed as a submenu, which is done by default. But we may want to load another action bar in some other case. For example, one with a button to show the closest restaurants to the device's current location, and another one to show the cheapest restaurants. To this end, we could create another action group called More Actions. And in it, insert two buttons, to which we could associate images, so that they're displayed together with the text. In addition, we've added another button to the application bar. In its associated event, we will set the other action group, the one we've just created, to be displayed. At runtime, we see that pressing this button replaces the application bar with the other bar. We may also have inserted a group within another group. Instead of doing what we did before, we could have inserted a new group into the application bar and placed the buttons inside it. At runtime, it would look like this. Alright, tab controls will be discussed in the following topic. Here, we only see that it's enough to drag it to any layout and define each tab, inserting the desired controls into its screen. Remember that when we saw the material design guidelines, we mentioned that the tabs had to look a certain way. For example, by indicating a color when a tab is selected, in this context, using the same color in the entire application is recommended. That is to say, when a tab control is displayed, it should be in that color. By default, we see that the color displayed in Android is this green, which we can see here shown on the left. Here, we open a session's detail, and here we would see general information about the session and its tracks. Alright, so we know that the tab control will have an associated class, which by default is the tabs class in the theme. To change this color, we can open this property that we see here and set the color that we want to use as indicator of the selected tab. It'll be displayed in this way. For example, I go to GeneXus and open the emulator. If I open a session to see its detail, here more tabs are being displayed because there are 3 sections below the detail. The indicator of the selected tab is displayed in green. If I select the theme, the tab class, and open its properties, I can change the color indicator property and choose, for example, brand color. Then in the device, here it isn't being refreshed automatically, so I select Run. And now we can see it takes this color. This is the end of this topic. Let's move on to the next topic that includes a tab control example.